Welcome back, everybody. Friday show off and rolling. Corey Provis will join us from Toronto, chat some Twins baseball here in about 15 minutes worth of time. We open the week with the end of the college basketball season and the opening of the NCAA transfer portal, which has been crazy time for us to keep ahead of everybody that's moving and coming and going. That includes our next guest, who will be entering his third school, but a chance to keep his collegiate basketball career going from Enderlin, North Dakota. Joe Hurlburt joins us. We announced earlier this week Joe's going to spend his final year, maybe another year. We'll ask him about that here in a second, at the Citadel in Charleston, South Carolina. It's good to see you, bud. Thanks for doing this morning. Tell me about this. You spent the last 2 years at Davidson. I know you got hurt this past season. The opportunity for another year. Take us through that and how that all came about.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, obviously I redshirted my first year at Colorado, and then this past year I was only able to play in 8 games because of my labrum injury until I got surgery. So I for sure have this upcoming season, but I did get a medical approval of the redshirt waiver. So we'll see how it goes with all the new rules and stuff, but as of now, yeah. I mean, I possibly have 2 more years, so we'll see.
So let's go into this process. You already went through it once before on transferring. Was this easier the second time around, or describe how this second process went for you?
Yeah, I would say so. Because the first time around, I was kind of thinking like, wow, like, I have a great opportunity to get a degree from Davidson. That's a really prestigious college, but I also had tons of other offers. So, it was a pretty difficult decision. But this time I kind of more focused on just like the basketball role, and like I wanted to really go somewhere I could play a ton of minutes and make a huge impact for the team, and try and affect a winning culture, and so that's what I kind of was basing my decision off of. And with the transfer portal, if you find something that you like, you kind of just have to grab it. There's a lot of moving pieces and stuff like that, so I felt really comfortable after my visit down there, and I just went ahead and grabbed it. So
tell me about the last couple of years. We talked about this when you were moving from Colorado to Davidson. Davidson's in the Atlantic 10. That's pretty good basketball. Did it live up to what you thought it would be?
Yeah, Atlantic 10 is really good basketball for sure. It was honestly better than I thought it was when I first started playing the Atlantic 10. But yeah, it was really good basketball. Really great experience. For sure.
So you mentioned this. Obviously, you got hurt. You just tell us through that. You tore your labrum, and how did it go about, and how much did that affect, obviously, this year for you?
Yeah, it affected it a lot. I would say one thing after not this past season, but the year before, I talked with my head coach, and we kind of just made a plan for me to get the most out of my college experience. Yeah. And like he was real with me and said that, I got to step up my work ethic, and we just had a really real conversation, and I really took it to heart, and I was in the gym every morning early, working, and I felt like I was in a great position to have a huge impact on the team, and I feel like everyone in the program thought that. And then third day of practice, I ended up faking a handoff, going to the rim, and something just like tore my labrum. And then I rested for, I want to say 6 weeks maybe, or maybe 4 weeks. I forget. But then I just kept playing on it, even though it was torn the entire season. And then eventually, once it started to become around Christmas time, it just became too much to deal with, and it was hurting. It was giving me too much discomfort when I was walking. So I ended up deciding to get surgery on that. So now I'm just in that rehab process, but yeah, excited to get back out there for sure.
2 things on that. A, how painful was that? B, also knowing it was going to end your season. I can't imagine that was easy to, hey, like I know I'm going to be done now.
Yeah, it was definitely really painful at first, not being able to walk like how you want to walk.
I can't imagine.
Um, yeah, but yeah, it definitely, hurt after putting in so much work and just kind of, I'm really close with a lot of people on this team. Like, these are my brothers over here at Davidson. Like, I'm really tight with them, and just not being able to suit up with them was hard for me because I obviously always want to you know step out there with my brothers, but I mean, I can't control everything, so I look at it as just God's timing and just trust God's plan for me. But yeah, it was definitely difficult, but definitely just trusting the process on it for sure.
So the last game you got to play, though, was at Kansas, and I have to imagine when you saw the schedule, I mean, did you have a ton of people from up here make the trip down, or what was that like of getting a chance to play at Fog Allen?
No, it was an amazing experience. Obviously, it was everything it's hyped up to be and more. It was packed out just for a random night in December against a A10 team. Like it's not there's not a huge incentive for their fans to go. I guess it was on like Christmas break, but everyone came and yeah, my parents came, a couple friends came down from North Dakota, so
Nice.
I was able to see some people in the stands. So that was an amazing experience for sure.
So, Joe, we got a chance to see the Citadel up close when the Bison football team was out there last fall. And describe the process on. I know transfers aren't a huge deal there. How does this all work for you to go there?
Yeah, so obviously, if you're going there in one of your original 4 years, you have to be a cadet,
Right.
and you have a lot of military responsibility. But as a grad transfer, I could be in North Dakota and do a Citadel grad MBA. Like it doesn't matter where you are.
Got it.
But, so yeah, I'm not really going to be doing anything with that, but I will be taking online classes and living in Charleston, which they showed me around the city. It's amazing. It's beautiful. So I loved it out there, and I don't have any military responsibility or anything like that. So that's kind of my situation. But I'm at the same time, obviously there's going to be people on the team that do have that military responsibility. So, it's just important to like kind of, keep them like, don't really, flex that, oh, I'm out in Charleston doing this and that. Like just keep the team camaraderie, like really good, and like, just kind of, adopt that military mindset, even though I'm, not doing that stuff. Just that's kind of the mindset down there, and that's how they run the program. So
Not the worst thing to spend your final year in Charleston, South Carolina, either, right?
no, it's amazing. It's beautiful. I love my visit so much. Yeah, for sure.
What did they tell you in terms of what they have coming back and the opportunity for you to play and maybe play a whole lot?
Yeah, they're losing all their production from their bigs. Those guys are graduating. And then I've known the coach. He recruited me. He was an assistant coach at Minnesota in like 2019. So I actually went up there for a visit to Minnesota. So I've known this coach, Coach Conroy, for a really long time, and I really trust him with what he's saying. And he says I'm going to have the ability to, play a ton of minutes and just showcase my full game. So I'm really excited and can't wait for the opportunity. So
What do you know about the league and the SoCon that you're getting into, or is that something you're still finding out between now and when you get down there?
I'm finding out a little bit. Obviously, Davidson used to be in the SoCon,
That's right.
so I'm here.
Yep.
I heard a lot of stories from like about Bob McKillop, and Conroy had been there in like 2008 when Steph was there, and like there's a lot of stories that I had heard, but I'm not like too familiar with the league, but I'm decently familiar. It's in this neck of the woods, so. Yeah.
I got one email to ask you before I let you go, and to ask you, is there a statue of Steph Curry at Davidson? I imagine you can't miss it on campus there, right?
Yeah, there's a interchange actually. Exit 30, it just got changed to Steph Curry interchange. So they changed that in December, but he came to our game versus Duquesne. and got us tickets to the Hornets game. So
nice.
We've been able to meet him a couple of times. So it's been really, really cool.
It's great to catch up, bud. Thanks so much for doing this. Congrats on the new gig. Stay healthy, and we'll catch up down the road, all right?
Sounds good. Thank you a lot.
Good to see you, man. There he goes, Joe Hurlburt from Enderlin, North Dakota, joining us. He's got another year to play hoops, and you hear him mention with that potential, the 5-for-5 deal, he may have another year to play beyond that. After spending a couple years at Colorado, the last 2 at Davidson, now heading to the Citadel. And I appreciate him explaining for those that got familiar with the Citadel when we went down there for football. Grad transfers, there's no military obligation for them, and that's obviously what Joe falls under as he got his degree from Davidson. All right, let's break. We come back. We'll chat some baseball with our guy, Corey Provis. The Twins are red hot. They just swept the Tigers. Now they're getting ready for the AL champs in Toronto. That's coming up when we come back.